Welcome to Peace on the Streets Radio Show with your host, Prince of the Sun.
Woo! And your girl, Mimi Mala with...
And your Leva, what's up, everybody?
What's up, Orlando, Florida, you guys? And guess what? We got a special... We want to give a shout out to our sponsors right quick.
Let's do that.
And then we're going to get into what we got going on.
For sure. So, guys, listen, if you get involved in any sort of accident, slip and fall, you know to call your girl, Mimi Mala. Now, listen, guys, if you're at fault, I can still assist you. Whether it's your fault or not, passenger, driver, even an Uber or Lyft, I can still help you guys get involved in an accident.
That's amazing.
It
Even
is.
if I'm in the wrong.
Even if you're in the wrong, because
you know that's a big demand, a market.
is.
Because a lot of people don't know who to call if they in the wrong.
Right.
They seem to don't do anything.
So how it usually works is that if you're in the wrong, it doesn't always mean the cop is right.
Right.
And when they start looking through this, they start seeing that you have actually a great case. They come and take it, and then they fight against it.
Nice.
And I've actually saved someone last week on this because he was taking it at fault. I said, let's just try. Well, we tried, and he is not as at fault as he thought he was.
Okay.
And this is in Georgia, so they're assisting him. So, guys, again,
So you
legally,
work out of
medically.
state, too?
Yes. So almost all 50 states except for California and Virginia.
Nice. So you guys have
Incredible.
any kind of slip and fall, call our girl Mimi at.
heard.
407-267-7378.
And we're going to also give a shout out to our automotive transmission repair. In case you guys have any kind of problem, after you've had an accident and your car's something wrong with it, they fix it from the rooter to the tutor. Engines, transmission, neo. I mean, they do just about anything.
Everything.
I got to go over there now, and I need a Jesus Christ.
Don't say engine.
No, I don't need an engine.
Yeah,
I
sure.
need a tune-up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause my gas hand is going down too fast. I mean, now when I'm driving, I'm spending like $70 a day in gas, so that means I need a tune-up.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, so you know
Yep.
that's 7 times 7. You know what I'm saying? We can all
I know it.
add. You know, and so
So speaking real quick about, I know we're speaking about sponsors and all, but we have merchandise as well for sale.
yes,
yeah.
we
Did
do.
you guys see this? Go to peaceonthestreets.com. Look right now where you can actually see us live. This merchandise are bad.
And cool and caller number 9. Guess what? We'll send them a Piece on the Street
what I'm
shirt.
talking
That's right.
That's what I'm
Caller
talking about.
number 9. We're gonna. That's the shirts there. We also have air fresheners.
So make sure you call 407-894-1680.
We'll give a shirt away. Is that okay, family?
Yes, let's do it.
And we have the mugs in case you guys been asking for the merchandise.
I want this.
We got the hats. We got the mugs. We got all that kind
Yo,
of
whose
stuff.
mug is this?
That's my mug.
Don't, yo.
Your mug is in your bag.
Is it in my bag?
Yeah.
My backpack or the box?
in the back. No, in the backpack.
It's in there somewhere.
In mine?
Yeah.
You guys are the bomb. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
you
That's
got
what I'm
a
talking
mug.
about.
Yeah, we all got, because you know what I do when people make stuff for us, they got to make something for the whole squad.
Oh,
You know
and
what I'm
speaking
saying?
of that, the kids right now, we
Yeah.
have a junior broadcasters. They're wearing our gear right now.
Let's go.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
And so tonight we're having Peace on the Streets Kids, where they're outstanding kids that's doing great things in Orlando, and they are in the building. We let them in the building around summertime because you already know at 9 o'clock they're getting ready for school.
Yeah, they're going to
already
bed.
in bed and stuff like that.
So
you guys.
So what it's called is Peace on the Streets Kids Junior Broadcasters, and this has been going on for 3 years.
Yeah.
We first started off with the age of 10.
Right.
Now our kids are 14, 15 years
Wow,
old.
they're growing up.
Now 3 of them can't make it tonight because their parents are pregnant.
Oh, they're trying to make. Oh,
I
wow,
know.
they're
It's so
busy.
cool. So I want to say, because they're listening right now. These kids
Hey.
are listening. So Athena, congratulations on all your success, baby girl.
Yeah.
We're so proud of you. Congratulations to your new addition, baby girls coming to your family.
Oh, it's a girl?
It is.
Nathaniel's mom.
Athena's mom.
Okay,
yes.
Athena's mom. Okay.
So she's about 9 months pregnant, and
Okay,
she's almost
okay.
due. So congratulations, family. We love you. Thank you so much for being with us to the end. They
Yeah,
rock
yeah.
with us at events, on air, everything.
Yeah, they do.
Big shout to Nathaniel's mom.
Yeah.
Nathaniel's mom is pregnant as well. She's about 6.5, 7 months.
So you know that baby gonna be doing some of this here.
Yeah,
you know,
oh,
man.
yes.
With her,
'Cause she's a beast.
Yes, she
Correct.
is. She do not play.
Yeah, so congratulations to them as well. We adore them, and they're a beast in the game.
Yeah.
And as well as Jaden's mom, Jaden's mom, which is Jaden is a DJ that started us with about 11 years old.
Okay.
And he became a DJ
Nice.
watching you and
Nice.
learning from you
Sweet.
in the back studio. So congratulations with them. They're out of state right now, but we want to give them love and a shout out
Nice.
because they're
We think
literally
about y'all.
listening right now. So
Yes.
we got new kids in the building.
Yeah, we do.
So we're going to go around the table real quick. You guys, you're going to say your name, only first name, say how old you are, and that's it. You can say your grade, but don't say the schools you're at. We'd like to keep you guys secured.
That's right.
All right, so go ahead. You can go first.
You said what grade we're going
You-
to?
right.
Yeah.
So you can go first, young man. What's your name? How old are you?
I'm Roman, and I'm 11, and I'm going to 6th grade.
Oh,
Go ahead.
congratulations.
Yeah.
How about you, sir?
I'm Royal, and I'm 15. I'm going to 10th grade.
Nah, it won't be long. 2 more years, Roy. 2 more years. You'll be going to college.
Unbelievable. More money.
My name is Christian. I'm 15. I'm an upcoming sophomore.
Come
Nah,
on,
hey,
Christian
hey, hey.
Bailey. He's our new addition. Thank you for being with us.
Yes,
No
and
problem.
very
Thank
helpful.
you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we got one more. Go ahead. You can speak. Stand up and speak.
I'm Reed. I'm 11. I'm going to 6th grade.
Yeah, Reed.
Yeah, so
By
this
the way, Roman and Reed are twins, and they have been on TV productions in their elementary school.
nice.
So apparently this is their thing. These kids are here because this is their thing. They're
Right.
into entertainment, and they're into broadcasting, productions. They're in the field.
Beautiful thing.
And it's a beautiful thing. We bring them on to teach them the fundamentals of broadcasting, guys. It's not just being live on air, not just being a radio host.
No.
DJ,
We're
production.
gonna show them some things while they here.
That's
They ain't
right.
just sitting here, you know what I'm saying? No, we're gonna show them around the board. That way they can do what I do or whatever. You never know.
Yeah.
So we're all about exposing kids to something better because
Right.
we never know. You know what I'm saying?
You never know
So
what they can become.
I was exposed
on.
to certain things at my life, and it changed my life. My
Yes.
auntie Hester, happy birthday, auntie!
remember. Oh, no
She
way.
just had a
Happy birthday.
And she changed my life
I've heard
on
her story.
certain things. She took me to a talent show. I was like, wow, I would like to host it. I was just into it. And she kind of got me started, you know what I'm saying? So
Look
happy
at that.
birthday, auntie. So we never know when you expose your kids to something that's better and show them something different, you know?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
So, you know.
So big shout out to Mommy. Thank you, Mommy, for
Yeah,
bringing
Mama.
Christian.
So we got to play a couple of songs on you guys.
Right.
We going to see who better, Keith Sweat or Bobby Brown. Y'all choose.
That's a hard one.
Let's go.
Oh.
Peace on the streets, kids.
Woo, come on,
Let's
kids.
go.
Yeah. Woo, woo. So listen, we're gonna start right now with the oldest, the 15-year-olds. Real quick, I want you to start a topic. What is the topic you guys been talking about right now?
YouTubing games.
Why do you watch YouTube like TV?
Like YouTube, it's like Neo said, it's a show. It takes commitment to be able to. It takes commitment to be able to watch. Like with
Okay.
a YouTube video, you can just switch over whenever it finishes, and you don't have to worry about like, oh, I have to catch up with this, blah blah blah. Like a YouTube video, you can follow a YouTuber and you'll get notifications about when they post a new video or whatever, or they have an update. But a show, you have to be like, oh,
Okay, I got one for you all. I mean, got to go deep into it. How you all feel as teenagers when you all hear adults say, the kids nowadays, they don't get it. They don't understand the way we live back in the day. And I know I ran that in my kids' ear a lot of how we used to live, but we're not living in those times now. How does that affect you all when you all hear adults? It's really sometimes adults to me, they kind of be down in the new generation. It ain't y'all fault that y'all was raised in this.
They're downing on
this
what?
and-
Like when it comes to YouTube and games?
Everything.
Everything. They be like the young generation. They don't do as like we used to do. They don't clean up as much. They don't. They got it easier. They don't go outside. So so how you all feel about that? Why y'all don't like to go outside?
Royal, does your mom tell you to go outside?
All the time.
Does she make you do that every day?
Yes.
How
But she
mu-
tries to.
How do you feel about it?
It's annoying.
But you're in sports.
I
You're an
understand.
athlete. You actually made it to Nationals IMG Academy. So why do you not take that as more serious than you do with the YouTube or
Well,
games?
The thing is, you be practicing, hyping up for the moment. Your parents just tell you to go outside. You're not feeling it. No more.
Okay, what is it to do outside?
True.
Now that's the thing.
Yeah. What is the thing? What do you
okay,
do?
okay. So look, here's the thing. When your parents tell you to go outside, they say, oh yeah, we used to ride bikes all the way over here. We used to be with all our friends. Yeah, we used to. Yeah, blah blah blah. blah. Yeah, right. But they also won't let you go all the way to where they used to go on
Right.
your bike.
Yeah.
But
Well,
the other thing is too is that like they get upset when you say, oh, my friends aren't out there, so like I don't want to be out there by myself. No, we used to be out there by ourselves all the time.
yeah. So you're saying that it's no sense of going
No,
outside.
real quick, the 11-year-olds,
Okay,
Roman
let's
and
look.
Reed. How do you
Okay,
guys feel
how y'all
about this?
feel?
went outside.
There's nothing to do outside.
Besides,
All the
yeah,
kids
I
are
got bugs.
inside
I get
gaming.
that. And listen, I'm gonna stand up for the younglings because we always tell people, we always tell them like, oh, you should be outside, you should be outside. Have you guys looked outside recently? What
Big old
is literally
locusts.
outside? There's
Big dude.
literally
Fat
nothing
locusts.
outside, all right? There used to be more parks. There used to be more community centers. There used to be more like
Water
these
fountains.
types of things, water fountains, water parks that were free. All this stuff used to be abundant, and we have torn all of it down. So where are they gonna go?
Well, see, back
They
in the
want to
days.
be literally on the streets? That's not
Well,
fun.
see, back in
Who
the
wants to
days.
do that?
And it's so hot outside.
Period.
Because we're in Florida.
Well, see,
You're
when-
right about that, Enyo. And, you know, they've tore down, like, basketball courts. And I'll tell you why,
Yeah.
guys. Because they say
Shooting.
that the violence is getting over extreme. And they're tearing that down so the kids have nowhere to go now.
because
That's
like
the
now
problem,
in
though.
Sa- in
It's like
in-
you
in-
take it away, where are they gonna go?
well, in-
That's why they get into the
in
violence.
Sanford, they just was the guys playing basketball. It was a killing at Sanford yesterday. They're playing basketball. So when I seen the basketball court, I said, "Oh, there go another one." You know they finna shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, if you
They will
only,
shut that down.
if you only have 2 basketball courts and you're forcing like all the thugs and all the kids into the same 2 basketball courts, well, yeah, some crazy things are gonna happen. If you got more and the thugs can be over there and the kids can be over here, it'd be much more chill.
So we
But, I
need
mean,
to
I've been to
find
courts
things-
and it's like, bro, you see little kids that are trying to get a game in, and it's like, bro, there's literally
Yeah.
45-year-olds
playing in this. in this match.
So
Like,
what we
it's not
need
gonna
is
work out.
that we need something for them to do. Then because the thing is, and I don't like it what they talk about. That's all the kids do. This they play the PlayStation or whatever.
That's
They
my dad.
think-
That's my dad.
Well,
Okay, but check this out.
But listen, that's what they like doing, right? Like kids, what do you enjoy doing? Each one of you.
Games.
Video games.
I
yeah.
play video games too, y'all. I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I'm a gamer, but see, you have to know when to play. Like with me, I'm a gamer like 3 days out of a week. Me and my boy, he's up in Maryland, so we play PlayStation and Madden, and I play for like 6 hours. When I get started, I don't stop. I mean, I play from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. When I get home, it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and he say he's home. I play to 12 o'clock at night. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But what happened? Why kids, parents start buying the games because it got too violent outside, and the parents saying, "At least I know where they are and they're safe." That's why the gaming started, because it got so violent outside.
When the internet came out, we started understanding where these predators and all these violent offenders were living at and staying at. That's why we started pulling in.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
like, oh, they literally live next door. Hold
Yeah.
on,
Right.
I mean,
In
not
Florida,
going
you can
outside
look it
right
up.
now.
In
That's
Florida,
not-
you can look it
But,
up
you
where
know,
predators.
let me put it to you this way. Maybe this way you can kind of get it right. If you had a kid that was like an A1 athlete, right, and he was just practicing his sport day in, day in, day out, right, and he was still passing grades, you would be like, perfect, son, keep at it, keep at it. If a kid is trying to do the same thing but with an e-sport or with a video game or with some kind of artistic like talent, we're like, no, don't do that. Stop doing
They
that.
don't see it as
They don't see it as real.
like
They don't
career.
s-
And
yeah.
actually they can. They can
And they have a
build
better
income
chance.
now.
They have a better chance of becoming an esports gamer or just a minor celebrity
I hear what you're saying.
than to be a professional
A1
football player.
drafted,
Yeah,
right.
true.
How many football players are there?
1 out of a
1,000
million.
Yeah.
in the whole
1 out of a million
country?
ever make it.
It man,
You
they
could
only
be a
2%
gamer. You
gonna
could be
make
someone
it.
that has some influence online. You can join esports. There's so many ways to make money online.
Okay, let me
I
ask
think we
him
shouldn't
another one.
discourage kids from doing that.
We should, you know what? I understand what he's saying. The tools that they're using, Prince, right now, Roman, he actually likes beats, making music beats.
Nice.
So, real quick, Roman, you like to make music beats, right?
Yeah.
And you said that you wanted to start creating your own music and selling it, you said.
Yeah.
And he's 11. So, we're going to come up with a logo for him, to trademark him, and to have an app so he can create an adult app, because these kids' apps are kind of, it's not professional enough for him to sell it. So we're going to, he's actually speaking to a engineer in a recording studio. So big shout out to Selena.
Nice.
She's a big producer here in Florida, a female as well. Come on. And she brought him to the studio, and now he's going to start doing this. So like you said, Enyo, listen to what they're saying. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
because all of them don't want, like, it's a lot of them athletes. Because you go to the parks, you see a lot of football players and baseball players. You know what I'm saying? Because I coach a lot of them. But a lot of them, some people don't want to play sports, and we can't force it on them. And which is, sports is great. I think, sports is one of the best things because it
I
teaches
agree.
them
I mean,
about
They must at least dip into
winning
sport.
and
I've
losing.
played sports my whole life. Like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely a big sports guy, but I also see that I've also liked video games.
Yeah,
And,
me
I
too.
know how to do a little bit of one, a little bit of the other. And I think if someone's fully obsessed with it and that's like their passion in life, I don't think we should discourage that.
No,
There's a living
not at
there.
all.
Let me ask this
Because you
for the
make
kids.
some money.
All you
Mess
kids,
around
real
and
quick,
make some
one
money.
by one. Roman, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, I have some one is I want to be a gamer or like a YouTuber, and I like a person that makes beats.
Okay,
And
like
Okay.
engineering.
engineering producer.
Beats.
Good job, Roman. What about you, Royal?
Yeah, YouTuber.
Speak straight.
Oh, YouTuber. Yeah,
Really?
Why YouTuber?
because it seems like the easiest thing right now.
But Royal, you played at IMG Academy in sports. Like that's a whole different level.
I know, but
Does it move you like
I
that?
can't
Is
describe it.
Okay,
you get
Christian.
a different feeling.
I don't know. I'm looking into music producing and movie directing.
Nice.
Wow,
That's sweet.
amazing. We
Love
heard
it.
great things about you. Reed.
I want to be a race car driver.
All right.
Yo, you know, on this topic, that's something interesting. This guy named XQC, he's a Twitch streamer. He just got signed for a 2-year, $100 million contract, which makes him a higher earner than LeBron James.
Insane. How old is he? And you know he's an adult?
25.
Insane. So he's been doing this for quite some time,
He
I'm
has
sure.
been doing. He's the #1 guy from Twitch, so he signed a deal to go over to Kick, which is a new platform that's trying to get some growth. So they're like, let's give this guy a contract. But yo, he has a 2-year non-exclusive $100 million
Non-exclusive.
contract.
We got to get another song
It's
in.
crazy.
You guys.
What
I
is it
got
though?
some-
Video games?
I'll explain when we come
Okay,
back.
we'll come back. Yeah, peace on the streets, kids. Come on.
Let's go.
Let's do it, y'all. A lot of people are saying Grand Theft Auto is violent. It teaches you guys how to do capers. It teaches you guys how to do robbing and killing. How you all feel about Grand Theft Auto?
I mean,
It's kind of absurd.
it teaches you about life.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
Nah. All right, so look, let me say something about GTA, right? It's like
a
when,
whole
they
different
make, when
thing.
they make the game, they're obviously like anticipating for you not to be doing that kind of stuff, like robbing banks.
But can
doing
everybody
jewel heists.
Going
comprehend
to strip
that?
clubs.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
We going to strip club.
I don't know about that part.
I'm just saying, like kids are playing. What are you doing, Grand Theft Auto?
no, but, so like when you
They
get
got strip clubs in it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you get GTA, one, I mean,
Shut your
obviously,
Prince, you go in the strip clubs to get lap dance for real.
you can get lap dances. For
I don't
real.
do lap
You
dances.
tip him and
just
everything.
I take
Maybe we
25.
should-
Kind of fun.
Maybe we
You
should
wanna
go.
play some
Sorry.
Zero?
Hey,
Let's just go. Let's just
Anyway,
go. Let's
we'll
just
talk
check
with
with
the
the
kids later.
we got off the. Anyway, we got off the subject.
Nah, but like, whatchamacallit? When you get the game, you already know what you're gonna be seeing when you buy it, and if you're there with your parents are probably gonna be like, "Yo, what you getting? Like, let me see what it is." They're gonna see the back, and they're gonna be like, "Oh," they're like, you'll know when you're ready to like be able to be like, "Oh, okay." You'll know when you're ready to comprehend all that kind of stuff. So with your parents. so-
Okay. Raw, did you get a chance to play Grand Theft Auto?
Oh, all the time. I still do it.
What? Every day. You good at it?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Raw. I mean, Roman. Do you play?
Not a lot.
Stop lying.
Okay. Do you do play? Oh,
we try not to get the 11-year-olds on there, but
Okay.
I only play a little.
Just a little bit. There you go.
kind of influence them to get. That's too young.
Yeah. Okay.
So like 11 and under, like that's the 14, 15. They get it. They know better.
Because when I bought the game for my son, I really didn't even look at it.
Oh,
And I mean, I'm
That's
just
big
saying,
mistake.
and they was like, well, we want Grand Theft Auto, and next thing I know, we had the Grand Theft Auto, and then one day I was like, because I would always go in my son's room. This is my room. You ain't got no room. But and so I go in his room, and then I, because you ain't paying no bill. But anyway, so I would go in there and see what he got going on, and I seen Grand Theft. I said, well, let me play it. So that's the only way I can get into it if I play it. And I started playing it. We had to wake up in the morning and steal a car.
Yeah.
Now we need some money. We need to go rob old lady. And then we shot her.
That's what makes it
'cause
fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's the fun part of it.
Stealing car too.
You're describing everything that makes it incredibly
'Cause you
fun.
can't really
was
do it.
You can't do that stuff in
Concepts
real
of
life,
the game.
right?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened to
it's a game,
Street
bro.
Fighter?
I wanted to ask the kids, what do each one of you, like, what worries you the most? Like, what's your #1 concern as a kid right now?
I need to think for a little bit.
Okay, we'll go to older ones first, then we'll go to 11-year-olds.
As
Go
a
ahead.
15-year-old, it's growing up because I have no idea what I'm doing still. I'm
Right.
Still feels like I'm
Well,
young to
enjoy.
old.
I'm telling you, enjoy being 15 because what happens, adulthood, when it hits, ain't no going back to 15. So enjoy your moment. Don't stress out too much because your careers, you don't know what you're going to find yourself into. So it's always good to do a few different things, and then you never know you have that experience. But at 15, just try a few different things. Don't try to stress it. Enjoy being a teenager.
That's right. And listen, you guys don't have to know what you want to do yet. I know that there's peer pressure and the adults are putting it on you. I'm getting a lot of things about going to college, and he just got to ninth grade, going into 10th.
Yeah.
So it's like let them find their way in peace and in their own like momentum in their own way.
But
Go
as
ahead,
you
Christian.
get 15, you got to start thinking. Okay, what I want to do. I mean, you know, and then getting trades is not bad. Air conditioning has always been electrician. Those things you can always, once you get something like that behind your back, you can always make some money. So I'm just saying, you guys, go ahead.
Like I have two concerns. It's like he said, growing up, like not knowing what you, like not knowing if you're gonna be stable doing what you're gonna do. Like you always say, oh yeah, I'm gonna grow up and do this. You don't know when you're gonna get there, if you're gonna be able to do that. And then my other concern is like just school, period. Like like friends turning on you, fights, doing like a whole bunch of stuff just going on at school. Like,
Have you guys ever had friends turn on you, Christian and Royal?
oh yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, it wasn't that horrible, but like,
Okay, good to
You
hear.
didn't get backstabbed literally, right?
But you know, that is life.
How do you guys stay away from? Because you know, I'm gonna get to the 11-year-olds real quick, but the 15-year-olds, how do you guys stay away from fights? Or when there's fights in school and then and everybody films these fights, they all get suspended, even the ones that film it. How do you guys stay away from that? How do you stay focused to stay away from that?
just no phone. That's it. Just walk away. Just walk away.
That's the best thing.
How do you stay away from fights?
Walk away.
Don't even pay attention. Oh, it's Becky fighting Rebecca. What's new? Just leave.
Keep it pushing.
How do you stay away from it?
Me, it's like basically the only way I get in a fight is over self-defense. But if it's like a fight going on that's with someone else, if you're not trying to get in trouble, just ignore it, because you've seen it before happening at school. You've seen it before at school. It's not anything new, but
Just
yeah.
walk away, stay away from it.
Yeah.
Roman, what are you worried about? What is your
Middle
concern?
school.
Oh, 6th grade.
Yeah, to middle school, yeah.
What are you worried about going to middle school though? What anything specifically?
Fights. Bullies.
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 Speak up higher. Bullies.
Bullies.
Because I'm going to tell you what happened with bullies. And they're not really bullies. And when they find out a child, because what happened, a lot of times bullies come from broken homes and whatever, and then they see kids that has a home with stability and stuff in it. So they call those kids soft.
Let me give you guys, I just got to say real quick, guys, to avoid a fight. I know you're so young. I know it's hard. But I'll tell you right now, if someone's saying these words to you, talking to the other kids, they're all laughing, they're all the best way to get away from that is to ignore them and never be around them and be in their presence and straight walk away. They can't get ammunition from you guys if you don't answer reply. If you straight ignore them, eventually they're going to go to the next one. That's just how it is.
Yeah. But then
Gotta be strong.
See, with boys, sometimes as boys, you got to stand up to your bully. I mean, I'm just saying because
That's the hard part.
Yeah, I know, but that's what being a boy is. Because guess what? Bullies look for weak, and they're gonna
They shoot for the weak.
and they're gonna continue to mess
And
with
that's
you.
unfortunate.
But like you got to be smart. You say, oh, there they go over there. You got to know how to move and groove to get away from all the trouble, because sometimes trouble be looking for you, even though you're like, man, how did I get caught up in this foolishness here? So be smart. My thing is be smart and know the dudes that are troublemakers.
It only
And-
gets worse.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, whether, kids to adults, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Adults get it all the time, and we get it worse.
I
And
was
people
wondering
don't like you
what
for
the-
no reason.
We're worse on each other. Yep.
Have you guys, any of y'all, experienced bullying recently or semi-recently?
Nah.
I'm curious what bullying looks like nowadays.
Not recently, but like, I
Yeah,
mean,
not
I guess you
recently.
could say, but it wasn't like really bullying. Like, I never believed it, but like when my parents used to tell me when I was little, oh, just walk away or laugh at it when they talk smack about you, like I never believed it, but yo, it works.
It does.
It
like,
does.
When
Yeah, it
y'all get
does
to
work.
middle school, like just know people are gonna say stuff to try and hurt you, but like if you know it's not true, just like laugh at it or walk away. Like it's
And even if they talk about you, your looks, your style, your clothes, because they're finding something.
Your mama.
Your mama.
Your mama, yeah.
Those
it's
mama
definitely your
jokes.
mama.
It's still the went out the whole junior high.
Gotta walk away.
They be brutal. It's
They even did it to
outrageous.
each other.
That's what they say.
Get-
Kids
or
are
get
more
better at
honest than
roasting,
anything.
you know?
Kids,
That's
man.
always-
Oh,
you
they
can
do
always
more
give 'em a
checking than
comeback.
anything. Kids can check, but you got to be able to take it and say, "Hey, it ain't even worth it." And you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I'm
Because
sorry,
you
who
there
are
for
you?
a purpose.
Who are you?
Because you there for a
I
purpose.
literally don't even know your name.
Yeah, you know.
But
what
I
I'm
can
saying.
honestly say I know these guys have been around a great school environment, so they haven't really seen that because the kids have a lot to lose. And the magnet program, if they get in trouble, they get suspended, they get kicked out.
Yeah.
So when you have a school that doesn't have that structure as strong, it's not that easy. And
How
I've
about
seen
guns?
kids be against kids
y'all scared
horrifically
about
at
get-
11 years old.
Are y'all scared about guns? Do y'all
Of
think?
course.
I haven't even seen a real gun, I think.
Yeah.
You have?
Have
No, I
not
haven't.
seen
You
a real
have
gun.
not. So it's not that bad in school for us. I mean, I'm just saying.
I
we-
haven't-
We're magnets.
If you guys see a gun, what would you do? Be honest. Be real. What would you guys do?
I wouldn't
What
even know
would I
what it
do?
looks
Like,
I don't
like if
know.
I saw a gun, I wouldn't like. I would tell someone like if they're walking, that would be like, "Yo, go the other way." I don't know what bro's planning to do,
Mhm.
but like I suggest like you just.
Would you tell a teacher?
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay.
If I was at school, I'd say something to a
That's what I'm
teacher
talking
immediately.
about.
Like
Okay.
I would try and act like I didn't see it and like
Yeah.
make it nonchalant when I go and tell the teacher,
That's
so that way
good.
they could just be like call
Yeah.
them outside the hallway, so it wouldn't.
You'll slip
Yeah.
it in.
Make sure you stay anonymous. Roman and Reed, you guys are 11. You're going to junior high, middle school. What would you do if you see a gun?
I would just walk away quickly and get out that place. Get out
Yeah,
that
I'll
place.
get at that place too.
Remember the number one rule I told you guys: if you see a gun, you must leave the whole entire area, premises,
Forbidden.
straight up leave.
Don't try and be a hero.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because somebody's gonna touch that gun, and
Yes.
someone's gonna get shot. So you must leave.
All right.
I do.
So that's what we doing, right? We riding with Peace on the Streets kids, and I like getting into good topics like this. How you guys feel about the topics that we asking you guys?
Straight.
Relatable.
Good.
Relatable.
Straight.
It's
Yeah,
good.
pretty much straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we're going to start with one, and we're going to work our way around the table, and we're going to close out.
So we're talking about girls.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, girls. So how you all deal with girls? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Liking girls and, you know, and nothing wrong with liking girls. I'll say it one more time.
I wish that.
There's
I
nothing
wish
wrong
you
with
didn't say
liking
it like that,
girls.
but yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, I don't want you liking boys. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So, do you? How do you? Is it girls that you like? Is it a girl that you like, Roy?
Oh yeah.
No.
Just keep going, honey. We ain't gonna worry about you. Okay. No.
Nope.
Fair enough, pimpin'.
All right. No.
Stay strong.
I mean, y'all young, so you shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, sir?
Whatchamacallit? Well, I'm actually talking to someone right now. So
Let's go.
Is it, is it a girl?
yeah,
I know.
it is a girl. It is a girl.
Let's go.
Got my little Dominican curly head. Right
She's
now.
not fake, right?
Shiggity now.
She's not fake. She's not a 2D waifu.
No, I don't. Nah.
All
I don't like the.
Neo.
When I look for in a girl, like I look for personality and like beautiful face. Feel me?
Your
I
mom-
don't like the Instagram models though. The ones that be
All
in school be
right.
trying to
Yeah.
Pose for the
Okay.
fans.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
15 seconds.
Doing too much.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
like-
It'd be like
Interesting
that.
to hear in a
Doing too
male's
much.
perspective.
Well, what do you think is the
Doing too
hardest
much.
part about dating right now?
I'm not gonna lie. Like just,
Gender.
I don't even know what that means.
Speak about that, Royal. Speak about that. What does that mean? Explain.
It can be hard because you could be, quote unquote, dating a girl, but it's a guy, and it's gonna make you're gonna
Wow.
get canceled.
I don't
No.
know.
Wow.
I don't know that works that
Don't
way,
you-
bro. I
okay.
No,
gotta tell
it
you.
does. Let's not fake
I-
the funk. The fake the funk is that some that are transgenders that don't want to release who they are by saying who they were. That is faking the funk. And you have to keep it real.
Okay, but we're
Fellas.
talking about 3% of the population.
Enyo, let's
How
keep
many-
it real. I'm
That's-
gonna
don't-
cancel
okay,
you out. Let's
it's
keep it real.
definitely
This
growing.
happens
But-
right
but-
now.
It's definitely
Have you ever
growing.
had
With
that
girls.
happen?
No, but I've heard
So-
and seen it.
Okay, so if it hasn't
Okay.
happened to
Speak
you,
straight
I
in the
think maybe
microphone.
you shouldn't take that as like a personal, way of
Enyo,
seeing everything.
let's
so
not be
way.
nowadays-
naive.
No,
Yeah.
If he's
listen,
seen it,
listen,
he understands it's real.
I am the wrong No, he said like he's seeing it from like third person, right? But if it
But
hasn't
look at the
happened to you,
ad
I'm
now.
saying
It can
it's
happen
like-
to him.
right here.
Why do you think he's asking these
Yeah.
questions to see how he can identify
I'm
this?
just saying, like, sometimes because I've seen two things that he's mentioned now that lets me know that he's been seeing some right-wing directional posts.
Not
as far
really.
as, yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you, if he
hold on,
sees it,
hold
it's
on.
social
Mimi,
media
let me-
or the
yes,
world,
yes,
not from the
exactly.
parents.
That's
I'll
what
tell
I'm
you that
saying.
right now.
That is what I'm saying because that kind of like the specific type of like things he's saying comes from watching certain like right-wing oriented videos online.
But he also
And
watches left wing.
I can
and
identify.
he also watches radical.
I can
What-
identify this kind of thing because I'm terminally online, so I know the exact points, and it's a perversion of the reality of the world. Because again, we're talking about like 3% of the population that are trans.
And I
a
think-
15-year-old
It's
isn't
not
going to
just
be
3.
dating a person for months and not know that they're actually.
How do
a
you
man.
know this?
And I
Because
think
I've met and.
Well, let's ask him. Hold on, it's about
No,
the kids.
I don't wanna get into my
I'm
personal
gonna say
life,
though,
but,
sometimes you
like-
are. I feel like you're in a box sometimes.
No, I've experienced trans people in many ways, if you will.
You're talking
And-
about younger kids that are now changing their hormones and changing their genders
and I have
in
fri-
high school.
I know. I follow trans people. I'm friends with trans people. I have had romantic relationships with trans
Before it was
people.
illegal to do this.
And
Now
I
it
knew
is.
about it. And I'm just saying, like this, like these perceptions have become like way too wide. It's a very niche thing to be trans. It's not.
But you gotta
widespread.
hear
It's-
what
it's
they're
a-
saying.
it's a lot
now,
now.
it's not right that when the straights talk about it, it's like, no, how could you? How could you? Gotta hear what they're saying. They don't like that feeling, and they don't like to be tricked.
Yeah, but
they're
it's-
telling you this, my friend.
Yeah, but-
and these are kids telling you this.
But it hasn't happened to him, right?
all right, no,
He's
I'm-
15.
I
It's
know.
coming.
But he said he's
If you
seen
say
it.
It's
so.
coming.
If you
They're
say
changing
so.
their sex in high school, where before Prince 18 and up, you were allowed to. 18 under, it was illegal.
Right.
Now they're doing it in high school.
That's
So you
crazy.
can't be in a box. It hasn't happened to him yet, so that means don't discuss it, don't speak about it, don't be open-minded to it.
No, that's
like
not
he
what
is.
I'm saying. I am saying it's okay to discuss it. It's okay to mention it, and that's fine to like be like, oh, this could happen. But I'm just here to provide a separate point of view. That's not so dramatic. That's not so radical.
It's-
that I think it's
Just be
something
careful.
It
I
will be
said look
dramatic
at
to the
the-
person that gets
look
tricked.
at the Adam's
Yeah.
apple.
It will be
Yeah,
dramatic
look
for the
at
person
the
that gets
Adam's
tricked.
apple,
That's
you
what my mom
guys.
told me.
Yeah.
I just sometimes I feel like
Just
you're in a
ask.
box, my
I,
friend.
th- I
Just
think it's
ask.
also
Let's
good.
move
I
on
think
from
there's a
that.
I
possibility,
think
just
it's
ask.
also good because like
You
we've
ask,
known
they lie.
we've known her for quite a while now, and yeah, she's kind of best friends with my sister. So, but
Right.
I also made sure I'm not stealing my sister's best friend while we're talking. But
Yeah.
so
I'm
like,
sure. Wow.
I don't know.
And
I
I'm just
just-
gonna say this for anybody that might be listening. It's not gay to like trans girls.
Yeah.
Just by the way.
Wait,
It's
wait.
okay to-
Hold
it's not
on.
gay.
It's not gay to like trans girls.
It's
So you're
not.
telling me you're not gay if you like a man that trans over
That
to a
is gay.
female.
If
You're not gay?
If she looks like a woman, she feels like a woman.
Yo, I'm
she
about to drop
speaks
this
like a
mic and walk
woman,
out the door.
No.
It's not gay.
You are.
Yeah, it
No, it's not.
is.
You will be considered that.
That's fine if you think it, but I don't
That's
think
what it is.
No, it's not.
They
It's
were
weird.
originally a male.
No,
They
but-
changed to a girl.
Do they look like a man now?
Just because I wear lipstick doesn't mean I'm a girl and I'm a
But
man.
if you-
It
if
doesn't
you-
mean that.
But that's where does attraction come from? Attraction comes from like
But-
a list of
And
things
you.
that we're attracted to, right?
Yes. Well, if we're attracted to the
Your
opposite sex,
personality,
they should be delivered as
breasts,
being genuine,
yeah,
being real of who
butt,
you are,
things
delivering
like this,
yourself.
right?
Yeah, but I'm
So
just
if-
saying,
if a
our
person
relationship
addresses
would be over if I found out and I thought you was a woman from the gate, and then I found out you was an ugly man and turned into a woman. This relationship is over.
It's over.
Yeah,
It's
it's
over.
over.
People get
over.
people
That's
get
over.
killed for this.
That's
They get
what
killed
I'm
for
saying.
this.
It's okay to be
Yeah.
upset about that.
I don't care how
It's okay to
fine-
be upset about that.
Yeah,
So
it's
all I'm
over.
saying at the end of the day is what the kids are telling you is that he's worried about being tricked
And
by
Yeah,
the
you're
gender.
not gonna
I'm
be
just
tricked,
saying,
bro,
so
'cause
you
they're
don't-
gonna
you
be
don't
open
know.
about it. If
Yeah.
they're a good
Royal,
person,
there's
they'll-
people that trick you.
Yeah,
out
we'll
there.
try to
You must
trick you.
If they're
understand
a good
this.
And
person,
it's-
they're gonna
no-
be open about it.
Also,
Everybody ain't a good person.
Not everybody's a good person.
Not
Look
everyone
for the
is,
Adam's
but-
apple too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for the
Adam's
So
Adam
that's your
apple.
concern, and I'm actually blown away by that because
Well,
I know
that's
growing
good.
up we never really.
Well,
I
we
know that
knew-
it wasn't open back then.
But see, they wasn't going to the extreme like they are now. Like we knew,
Yeah,
like
it is extreme.
We had a guy that's in our neighborhood, and we always needed an extra guy to play basketball. We knew he was gay, but he could play ball. But we knew where he stood. But I'm just saying now, because he
hard to
still
tell.
looked like a boy, but he was gay. But now what they're doing, they changing everything. You can't tell. And
They
so
could
that
change your
is the-
ID.
Yeah, so that's
So
the
what?
And it's
that's
getting
the
to a point
crazy
where they can
problem.
change your birth certificate.
but
I
I don't
think
want-
if Mbappe was okay dating a trans girl, then why wouldn't I be? I don't
It's
know.
not the fact that you're doing your thing. We
Right,
don't care
that's-
about that.
everybody-
The whole
that's
fact
the
is
whole
that
point.
no,
Tell
the
me.
fact is trickery.
Right,
Yeah.
and I agree.
That's the
trickery is
only
bad.
That's all
thing
we
that
talking
everyone's
about.
respecting.
Now, if
My
you
thing
gay,
is, my
bad,
thing is, if
of
you're gonna
course.
do that, and
Yeah,
you're gonna,
let
like,
people
do-
know.
Like, yeah, you have to let them
Yeah,
know, like, straight
of
out the
course.
gate. It can't be
Yeah.
you talking
can't
for
hide
3
that.
months and then you
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah, I'm a man.
I'm a
Yeah.
dude.
I'm a
We're-
man.
we're
But
all-
see,
we
that's
all
what
agree on
that's
that.
what they're
Like, no
talking
one's in
about, Neo.
disagreement with
Is
that.
the
I
one
think
that
we're
being
all-
That's what his
tricked.
point was.
Yeah, that they're being tricked. So that we saying, don't trick nobody. If you gay, just let people know, hey, I was a man,
Right.
now I'm a girl, and then people know. But like what he was saying, he don't want to be tricked.
Yeah.
And so that's
Right.
the problem. We talking about the one that's doing the tricking.
Yeah.
We got to wrap this thing up,
We
you
sure
guys.
do.
Party up!
Miss
Yeah.
Angela waiting.
So we got to, real quick, when we go down the table, again, just say your name and then also give any shout out. Do you want to say hi?
I have a thing to say.
Oh, go ahead, Roman. I'm sorry about
I
that.
have met a gay person before,
Let's go.
but he switched, not being gay.
You're
Is
younger
this a
than me.
child or an adult?
A child.
And he switched
Like that.
to not being gay. So C
Yeah.
said one day he was gay, one day he's not.
No,
He's in the same grade as
no. He
us.
was like years gay, and now he's not. Gay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, so now like he likes girls again.
Yeah.
How old is
Okay.
he?
They're younger than me.
How do you guys feel about that?
I don't like
I
it.
won't hate on it, but I won't like it.
I don't like it.
All right.
Okay.
So are you still friends with him?
You prefer
Yeah.
still like
Yeah.
boys only?
And so will that bother you for being a friend?
No.
Let's go.
I'll say I got like 2 gay friends, but like they're like in the group chat.
Well, they straight
like,
up.
Yeah, they straight up like
That's
we-
all.
like
That's good.
that's the only thing. Like I got a friend group, but it only consists of like friends that like is down to like have your back. So like when we found out he was gay, he told us like straight out the box. He was like, "Yo, I want you," because it's mainly boys in the group chat. It's only like 2-3 girls that are in there with us, but. He let us all know. He was like, "Yo, I want to let y'all know now. I'm gay.
I
got, like,
respect
boys."
that.
And we have a few. We have like 2-3 of them that's like that. But he knows where he stands, and he knows where we stand on that. So
Right.
he won't say anything out of pocket in the
Exactly.
group chat,
Right.
because he knows like we'll be like, like yeah.
That was like the same guy
like-
that we used to play basketball with. We knew he was gay, but he
was like
but he
he's a
never
cool-
crossed the
he's
line.
he's a cool dude though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's cool.
They're just
He's
regular people.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, we
It's-
know,
I-
but we saying the trickery part.
The trick-
That's
the
only
trickery.
Trickery
Yeah.
part is the one
Trickery
thing
part's
that will
messed up.
like cut it off.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just not right. It's just not fair. But
yeah.
I can honestly say, for me being an adult now, I have even taught my kids that a lot of people know this. Well, if you don't know me, my best friend is gay, right? And my best friend's actually a transgender.
Right.
And see how I'm speaking right now? Everybody's like, no way. How could what? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And I protected him his whole entire high school life.
Okay.
When he was getting threatened and beaten, where I let him sleep in my house, in my room. And still, the respect was there because he knew who he was, which was a she.
Right.
And I knew what I was.
Yeah.
And so that's fine. Who you are.
Right.
Love them for who they are.
Yes.
When trickery starts coming in the project,
that's
that
the
means
problem.
it's not official anymore
Yeah.
because that means a lot of false is coming out of it.
Exactly.
So that's
I
what
just
the
said
love
be
is here
straight up.
on the
Everybody's bad on
streets.
all parts.
Yeah, just be straight
everything.
up.
You can have like 3 wives. And
Yeah.
so,
Second family.
oh, different
third
identity.
one
Speaking
up.
of second families, we got to get on to our second family,
That's
Miss
right.
Angela.
Mrs. Angela.
Yes,
So again,
yes.
guys, we appreciate you guys being on air, being so truthful, and being so
problem.
honest. You guys are amazing. You're so young. Thank you so
Let's
much.
go. Big hand of
The
applause.
public wanted to hear you guys.
Great job, y'all.
So again, say your name and also give your shout outs.
Yep.
Meaning your thank yous. Go ahead.
My name is Christian. I'm 15. I'm a sophomore in high school. I want to thank my mom for giving me the I want to thank my mom for letting me come here. I want to thank Miss Mimi for giving me the opportunity to be able to do this. And I just want to shout out to my sister for being my ride or die.
All right. Then, yeah.
I'm Royal, and I would like to thank my dad's side and my mom's side equally. Just thank all. I'm here. So no.
Peace on the street.
They both did their part.
Yeah.
I'm Roman, and I like to thank my mom for bringing me here. So thank you.
Awesome, mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Reed, and thank you for being the best mom ever. And thank you for bringing me here.
So you guys give it up to Peace on the Streets kids. Right here on Peace on the Street.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss International World
Yeah,
CEO.
Mrs. Angela. I want to sound like Count Dracula.
There you go. Oh, I was listening to that song. I love that old school music.
Done know that's right, Miss Angela. Me too.
Oh,
We was riding. Miss Angela said she likes some Keith Sweat.
she likes music, period.
Yes.
Just everything she knows.
And then last week I got a chance to find out that she was in the the Studio 54 and can get in through the back gate. I mean, Miss Angela's a beast. They said they were letting her in through the roof. I'm just saying.
They should have built a statue to me in that place because I hung out there.
Was they
I
partying?
think if I was growing up back in the day with Miss Angela, I would have been her friend. I would have been literally partying with her.
Well, I believe it.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Sex in the City, like lifestyle.
I mean, I'm telling you, the highlight of the big nightclubs in New York City, that was the place.
Come on.
Yeah, Studio 54, baby.
Yeah.
Studio 54. And you know, it's a funny thing because I had a very good friend of mine that was vice president of Hermes fragrances, okay? But they also did shoes and bags and scarves. And he used to hang out in Studio 54 as well, okay? So how I got in that place was that you had to go there a number of times. And if they saw you were on the line after a while, they figured out, even if you weren't, you had to be, this must be a somebody, so we're going to start letting them in.
Okay.
So once they start letting me in, everybody got to know me that when I walked in fact, my girlfriend Rosemary and I, she was another one that was a fixture. I mean, it would be like a Friday or Saturday night. I'd be pulling up, doing my valet parking. I'd get out, and the guy at the door said, "Angela, how are you? Come, don't get online. Come on in." And that goes through the side door. And that also happened. There was a place on 77th Street called Pearl's Chinese Restaurant. Now, Pearl, I hate to say this, was really a pain in the butt. Right?
Okay.
The food was excellent. The ambiance of this restaurant was amazing. But she could only have her guests, she could fit up to about 77 guests, okay? It was a smaller place. Wow. But it was great. However, what I mean that she was a pain in the butt. You had to wait online. You couldn't make a reservation.
What?
Okay? Pearl did not take reservation. If she didn't like the way you looked, you didn't get in.
Come on.
Yeah, that's how she was. Well, she knew my friend Vince from Hermes, and I was with him. Then she saw Vince, and she said, "Oh, come on in with your lady friends there." So we got in. Every time I went to that restaurant, even if I wasn't going to go in, I was just walking by to go to one of the other clubs up there, she'd see me. She would cross the street. "Come on, I got something special for you guys." And Pearl, I said, I was just at another place for dinner. "I'm not taking no for an answer. You must come in." The little Chinese accent. "You must come in, please, please." I had to get in that restaurant, even if I didn't need anything. I had to go there. Okay, that's how she was. I got to know her so well. But there were a lot of people don't believe that. There were a lot of places in New York City like that. Okay?
That's what I know. I didn't know it until you told me. You was like,
but you know what? That's how they keep it real. That's how they keep it fresh. That's how they keep everybody online, Prince. You got to have somebody like that.
I got it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now the 21 Club, the only way that you could get into the 21 Club, you had to belong to it. Okay, that was another.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a very elite place. But I probably, and Tito remembers this. In fact, I told this story, and I think our good friend Tito Puente Jr. was going to pass out when I had him on a Zoom call, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The strangest thing that happened to me was I was working for a company called Coolite Semiconductor Products, and I always had to check in all the deliveries that came in. And there was a company called Emory Air Freight. So I knew the driver very well, and he said to me, "Hey," he says, "how about," he says, "would you like to have dinner with Frank tonight?" And I'm saying, "Frank?" I said, "Come on." I says, "Cut out the jokes. Frank who?" He says, "Frank Sinatra."
Come on.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right. Frank Sinatra. Okay. He says, "All right, I'll tell you what, 8 o'clock tonight," he says, "Rocky Lee's,
No way.
52nd Street in New York." So I call up my crazy friend Rosemary. That was my partner in crime at the time. I said, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "I got this clown," I says, "that delivers products." I said, he's Emory Air Freight, telling me that we could have dinner with Frank Sinatra tonight. She said, "This is a joke." I said, "Well, I think it is." I said, "But let's go check it out." I said, "Because if not, we'll go over to Studio 54. We go Rocky Lee's, okay, walk through the door. I mean, this guy that was about the size of King Kong, okay, comes to the door, says, "All right, you two ladies, what are you here for?" I said, "Well," I said, "we were told we were going to have dinner with Frank Sinatra." He said, "Yeah, how do you know that?" I said, "Well, what about Jilly Rizzo?" He said, "Well, Jilly Rizzo's here." I said, "What about Eddie Camuso?" He says, you know Eddie? I said, yeah. He goes and he gets Eddie. And Eddie comes out and he says, yeah, these are the girls I invited. Sure enough, we go in there. I mean, every well-known actor and actress you could think of is sitting at this table now, okay? Including the owner, okay, Tommy Lasorda of the L.A. Dodgers, because at that time frame, the Yankees and the Dodgers were in the World Series. Now I'm really starting to think, I said, well, maybe this is not a joke, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So about 10:30, Frank Sinatra's best friend, Jilly Rizzo. Now, if you were in the restaurant, you could stay. But after 10 o'clock, okay, this is where I thought the guns were going to come out because locks went on the door. Now you could get out, but now you couldn't come in. I said, uh-oh. I said, the guns are going to come out. My girlfriend's looking at me saying, you sure we made the right move? I said, well, I think we're in good company. About 10:30, Jilly gets the word. Frank Sinatra walks in. I wish we had cell phones back then because it was Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
all right?
my gosh.
Now, we all had to stand up and kiss the ring just like you did in The Godfather.
No way.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Okay? Oh, yeah. And when I say the food was excellent, they flew in special cooks. Unbelievable. Okay?
What?
The chef that worked in that restaurant, he had to go because there were special cooks coming in that night. Okay? I'm telling you.
This sounds like Goodfellas.
Yes.
At 11:30, they get another word that somebody's at the door. Who is it? Tito's father.
Oh,
Okay.
no way.
They
What?
said, the great Tito Puente is here. Frank Sinatra got up with that glass of wine. He said, you let the king in. He's not want everybody to rise. Tito's father came in, and we all had to get up. And it was so that night there, I had Tito's father and Frank Sinatra.
Wow.
Miss Angela, you've seen legends. You've been around legends. It was like, you know how Prince, when they say, like, you're destined?
Uh-huh.
She was destined.
Right.
Most
Back
definitely.
then.
Yes.
My favorite singer in the whole entire world is Frank Sinatra.
He's
believe it or
beast,
not.
yes.
When I gave birth to my twins, I played Frank Sinatra in my tummy, and when they were born, all the way till now.
Come
Because
on.
music is something special.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And in fact, Tito was telling me that when Frank Sinatra was in town, he used to go visit them at their home. And Tito used to say, his father would tell him, you better be on your best behavior, go in there and put on a little suit. And but Tito went nuts when I told him this story because he said,
Wow.
well, he said, you had the two heads. He says, what did he say? You had the head of the Italian family and the head of the Latin family sitting there that night. I said, yeah, you're right about that.
Wow.
Now, the story gets even better. My car is parked around the corner, you know, because in New York, you don't want to park on the street. You're better off parking in the garage. So I had to go get my car, and it's about 20 to 12. The garage was going to close at 12 o'clock. I get over there, and this guy says to me, the gates are down halfway, and he says, I'm sorry, we closed. I said, what do you mean you closed? I said, 12 o'clock. Now I got Eddie Camuso with me and another guy. All they did was open up the jackets. The guy said, oh, I'm open for business. These guys were packing guns.
Wow.
Okay, they were packed because these were Sinatra's bodyguards. When I went to pay the bill, the guy said, there's no charge. Come back anytime, lady. He says, anytime you want to come in, no charge for you. I said, no, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
That's it.
They had a premiere that night of a new club that was going to rival Studio 54. It was called Fifth Avenue, brand new club. We had tickets, okay? We go over there. And now, I don't know how this happened, but I wound up dancing with all the top comedians that night. Jackie Gale, Pat Henry. I'm on the floor dancing with all these comedians. And I had to take these guys home that night back to their hotels.
Wow. What?
Yeah, I became a cab driver. My girlfriend and I were driving all the celebrities around in New York City that night. But that was New York City in its heyday, okay?
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. It would have been awesome to be around then.
I wish I had a cell phone back then because you could take pictures. You know, we didn't bring a camera. We're figuring this was a joke. But it not turned out to be the real thing. And with Tito's father coming through the door, that definitely was no joke. That was the real thing.
Miss Angela, how old were you then when that occurred?
I'm sorry?
How old were you when you met Frank Sinatra and Tito Puente?
27.
27. Amazing. Prince!
Wow.
This is about greatness. She
Yes,
literally
it
seen
is.
legends, and God bless their souls.
Yes, indeed.
I was 20. I mean, but the thing is, you've got a lot of talent today, but that type of talent is not around. Okay, and when you were with, you wouldn't think, but when you were with that type of talent, sky was the limit. I mean, whatever you wanted to order on the menu, you ordered. Nobody. I mean, money was not an object. Okay?
Right.
You want a limousine? Okay, you know what? So and so needs a limousine. Call up this guy. Call up that guy. It was like a snap of the finger, and it was almost like living in a fairy tale because you'd say, "Well, here's little old me just working on a job, and now I'm sitting with these guys tonight." But that's the moral of that story is anything can happen. You can get to that level, and you just got to be at the right place at the right time.
That's right.
Exactly that, and understand that.
Exactly.
To be able to identify that, understand that helps you make moves.
Right.
Just nonchalantly.
Yeah.
It's insane. Miss Angela, we are changing this year's pageant to compete.
Okay, yeah, we got a lot of great updates tonight, okay? We are changing the pageant this year, and it's going to be amazing. And with the help of O'Neill, this is going to be excellent. We are going to the Sandpiper Bay Resort and Spa in Port St.
Hey,
Oh,
Port St.
Port St. Lucie,
Lucie.
Fritz, you can come.
I'm coming.
Yes.
I'll be there.
Now, what's so great about this is that we've got 3 full days where I don't have to rush to get off the ship.
Right.
We've already done the itinerary, which gives everybody more rehearsal time.
It might be even better. God
Yeah,
work in
it is.
mysterious ways.
All the time.
Yeah, because now, instead of we've always done the pageant. Now, if we were on the ship, I would have had to do the pageant Saturday night because we'd have to get off on Sunday.
Right.
However, now we're going to do the pageant Sunday afternoon because we've got all this time. We're checking in on Friday. We've got all day Friday. We've got Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Nice.
We're not rushing anything.
I love
So, thanks to O'Neill, who was with Bahama Paradise Cruise Line, and now, of course, Margaritaville. And it's a shame because Margaritaville has changed hands, and I'm sure the owners did that for reasons. But everybody we knew on that ship is not even there anymore.
it. And we're giving a shout out to our girl, Hester. Hester Moore, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of Peace on the Streets, and we want to wish you a happy birthday. And thank you for all the love and the joy that you bring the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm humble.
All right. And so tell us, I know it's your birthday. You got a book deal going on. You about to buy the Hilton and the Suaves. I mean, you're working, girl. So tell us.
I'm trying to get some free room at the Hilton talking about buying it.
Yeah. I know that's right.
If you put it out there, I will accept it, okay?
I know that's it. Yeah.
I'm in Memphis, Tennessee right now. I was contracted to come and do a civil rights workshop, a week workshop at the historical Black College of Lemoyne-Owen. There's an organization here called April 4th Foundation, headed by Dr. Reverend Johnson Salisbury. And what he does, he commissions young people from the various churches to come and get a piece of me, And so what I do is try to encourage our young people to be involved in today's issues and taking a stand for things that are wrong, to stand for the right. As Dr. King warned, it's always the right thing to do the right thing. So I'm in Memphis for that, and in the process, tomorrow, June 29th and June 30th, I will be hosting a book signing at a newly museum on Beale Street, the Ernest Withers Museum. Ernest Withers has about 1 million photos or pictures that most have not seen of Tina Turner, B.B. King, Elvis Presley,
Really?
President. And he also was at the Emmett Till trial, so he have pictures of that at the museum. And so I'm so honored that they would invite me to come in while I was here visiting in Memphis. When you're here visiting, that is a sure museum that you need to visit when you're here.
Nice. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. Wow.
Thank you.
That is awesome. I love it.
Thank you. And I just wish everyone, they're trying to stop African American history in the public schools. And so
Right.
my whole deal is all children need to know the history, the black children, the white, brown, the Asian children. And so what I love about the April 4th Foundation, they don't discriminate. If they can get kids of all races to come and share this workshop that I do, much love to him and his organization. This year we had speakers, a Jason Farmer, that have already put in $500 million into a movie studio that they're getting ready to build in the Whitehaven community, a depleted community that they're building up. And so they came and talked to the young people about that movie studio and other important to uplift and inspire these young people. Every day, Chester, we need to be about the business of, inspiring and giving
Right.
our young people hope, because we're getting older. Your grandkids going to have to, be part of that caregiving process at some point.
That's
So
right.
He has to be ready. He has to be ready, and you are definitely preparing him for that.
Thank you. Hey, and that means a lot to me. Parenting and grandparenting and things like that. I took my parenting when I had my kids. I took it serious. That's because what you're inputting into those children. Because we all is trying to develop kids that's out here can then be grown adults out here. And not with all the foolishness that we got going on. And, so I took it very seriously. Now I love my granddad to do this. I love it.
Right. And the deal is about your grandfather. He was so instrumental in just working with me because I didn't have a father during that time, and he was the only father that I had.
Okay.
And I tell you, a famous author said this once: if you don't have an auntie, if you don't have a granddaddy, you better go out and adopt you one. I adopted a mother at my church, and when she cooked, she called me. We have to continue to keep that extended family love going on
Right.
for biological and non-biological kids, because they all need our love and our hugs. They really, really do.
Yes, they do.
And it's so unfortunate we hear so much negative, but I tell you one thing, I have really been blessed with meeting some really key people since I've been here. Met someone from Austin, Texas.
Nice.
She wants to have me to come and do some workshopping there, facilitated. It's all about love.
It's all about love. That's right. And then the way the world makes it look like a lot of black kids is not excelling and things.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to these black colleges, when they checking in, it will blow your mind how many kids are doing well. They talk about the small kids that's not doing well, but it's more kids that's doing well that's going to college and trying to be something as those that's not. And I seen it when I took my kids to college. I was like, Jesus, really? And
Well, your cousin, to interrupt you, your cousin, this is his Marty's son. This is his second year in a dentistry program. He expressed that he wanted to be a dentist in the 10th grade. So there was a neighbor with the Kappa fraternity that was able and was instrumental in getting him into a dentistry program where they actually paid him to go. They have to wear scrubs.
Nice.
It has taught him to ride the train from where we live to downtown Dallas, because you know what, early you need to start giving them that responsibility to
Right.
be on their own. Start grooming. Don't wait till they're 18. Don't wait till they're 19. Start grooming them now, as you're doing your grandson. You're grooming him.
Right.
Really, to be honest, that's exactly what you're doing.
Yep, and hey, that's the name of the game. Because somebody, when I get older, somebody got to take over what granddad, and that's all he got to do is walk in those footsteps. If the path
Absolutely.
has already been laid, and I'm able to teach him the things that I want done the right way now. So when he get a certain
Absolutely.
age, he gonna be like, man, I've been working with my granddaddy since I was 2 years old. So I got this down pack, and I got him from the starting, from the bottom, getting wood and all that good stuff. So that's my little man.
And actually, the name of the program is called Footsteps. You said Footsteps. That is the name of the April 4th Foundation Summer Youth Summit.
Nice.
It is called Footsteps. It's called Footsteps. We are walking in the footsteps of greatness. They even have a program here in Memphis called Grooming Greatness.
Wow.
And they don't start. They said preparing a child for college or entrepreneurship does not start when they talking. You start in daycare. You start grooming them early.
Love it.
Grooming them. And that's exactly what you're doing. And others need to model that. Model that, yes, absolutely. And you're able to do it. See, there was a time when we couldn't bring our kids to work because we didn't have our own businesses.
Exactly.
So, we couldn't bring. So you have your own business. Your grandkid can pretty much go just about where you go to see what his grandfather is doing.
Exactly. And
make a difference.
And make a difference. And then the thing is that he's going to be able to help some of his friends and work. I just see big things coming out of it. Then I'm able to teach the younger generation how to barbecue for the ones that want to. But give us your contact information. I know you got a lot of good stuff going on. How can we reach you? How can we donate to your organization and the things that you got going on?
Let me tell you this. I'm also working on an organization called Truth. Teens Receiving Opportunity Over Prison. So Jabari, your cousin, my son, he said, Mom, you need a website. You need to tap into social media. So you can always Zelle me, and you can also do Cash App, because what I do, I get I get a gift card. So if I can't give the kids cash, I can give them gift cards to go to Walmart and buy some needed items, go to buy some essential items. My email is hesterjmoore@gmail.com. I don't mind giving my telephone number out, which is 901-484-7082, and it's Hester J. Moore. And go on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Jabari said, Mom, you need the video and put your stuff on YouTube. So I'm doing that too. If they go on Hester Moore, you're going to find various videos of me talking about my students. One or two of my students where I said, look, I don't care what the system say. I'm going to hug up on my boys and tell them that they are handsome, that they can make it. They can pull them saggy pants up because don't nobody want to see all of that.
Yeah.
And they need that. Chester, let me tell you something. I have gone into schools, and when they see me, they said, "Thank you, Miss Moore," because they don't have anyone to mirror from. They don't see a lot of people oftentimes that look like them.
Right.
And so I'm going to be that mama.
That's
so
right.
Again, my name is I'm Hester Moore. I'm an actress, a poet, a storyteller, author, and the deal is I have a love and compassion. Somebody just put on Facebook, they were naming all the different things about the friends they had, and I was so honored. The person said, Hester Moore, heart of gold. Always been that way, Chester. You know that. I love on you. I love on the other nephews, because oftentimes we need hugs from everybody. We need them, the mom and the dad can hug.
And at that time, Auntie, I needed that love. I needed that. When you came into my life, like, when I came, I stayed with you all for a while, but I needed that love. And then you brought me around. You took me to the talent show. That's what Carver was having a talent show, and when I went, I was just fascinated. I had never been to a talent show. I was like, oh, I think I kind of like entertainment. I can kind of host that show, and that's what I was saying, and it just changed my life. That's why I'm into radio and stuff now, into entertainment. But hey, it come from just taking time out with a child. You never know.
Planting that seed. And
planting that seed.
Another thing about Chester Moore Jr., you used to ask me a lot of questions. So that's interviewing right there.
Right, okay.
You used to stand up in the kitchen, and while I was cooking or doing whatever, and you would ask me a lot of questions, and the boys would be out playing. And you would be in there asking me questions.
Right. I loved it. I mean, I loved the time I spent with you. It was priceless, and I do appreciate it. We got to get out of here, Auntie, but keep in touch with us, with your organization and what you got going on. You know you're a part of Peace on the Streets family, and I do want to say happy birthday to you. And guess what, girl? I will be going to Cash App for you. You know what I'm just saying?
Guess what? Peace.
So we getting ready to wrap this party up, you guys.
Yes, what an
amazing show.
Come on.
It was great. It was
Peace
great.
on the streets, kids.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed, getting to talk to some younger folks, seeing what their point of view is,
Yes.
what their troubles are right
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
Because we live in our own bubble.
Yeah.
We're not young no more, right? So it's good to hear from them.
It's
Yes,
really
it
good.
is.
I mean, it's everything, guys. Like to know what the future is thinking, how they feel right now in the present. We help make that change for them because we're the adults.
True.
That's right.
So I love hearing them. I get very excited when they come on air. So they will be back. They were so excited. All the kids kept thanking and hugging.
Yeah.
So that's just a beautiful thing. So thank you to the parents that are allowing them to be here and help these kids chase their passion. It takes the family to get them here and to make this happen for them.
Right.
does.
It's a beautiful thing. So, guys, thank you for being with us on Peace on the Streets Kids, junior broadcasters. Thank you, Miss Angela. And thank you, Esther, is it, on her birthday?
Yeah, Hester Moore.
Esther, we appreciate her.
Happy birthday, Hester.
Yeah, she did great
and-
things with you, Prince. Great things.
And then she's doing her book. She's doing a book signing. And she's in her 60s. She's right at 70. And
Wow.
she's still...
Book signing.
She's book signing
Come on.
and then inspiring. And now they flew into Memphis to do a Black History thing. And
Wow.
where she's touching kids' lives.
Come on.
They saying they want to do something. They got some people that's bagging her. Because she's always done something with children.
Wow.
She believes in changing children's lives.
She did it
So
with you?
I'm so happy for her. man.
Yay!
Congrats.
Beautiful
Good song, you
stories. This is why we
guys.
need to
yeah.
expose these individuals that are making a change in people's lives.
Yes.
Guys, we got to go. But don't forget, come back next Wednesday from 9 to 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Peace on the Streets Radio. The saddest thing is wasted talent. Don't waste the gift that God has given you guys.
Buenas
Go full
noches.
force. Never let fear or intimidation stop you. Buenas noches.
Boninies to you and Neo.
Buenas noches, everybody.
And you guys, we'll be back on again next Wednesday night from 9 to 12. And you guys be safe out there. And you also can order your gear. We got the Peace on the
That's
Streets
right.
hats, the tumblers,
Yes.
the shirts. And we also have the air fresheners, right?
We
Yes,
do.
we do.
I
We got the-
love this merchandise. No exaggeration. So go to peaceonthestreets.com and purchase the merchandise, guys. Listen, the things that you do for us helps everybody. Helps the
Exactly.
people that air, helps give them their moments and their shines. We love you guys. Again, don't miss us on Peace on the Streets Radio, peaceonthestreets.com.
We'll-
Purchase the merchandise.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Peace on the Streets. We out of here, you guys.
Take care of yourselves and each other. Ow!